Hi, my name is Vivian and I'm an artist and designer based in Berlin. In this video, I'll be sharing some tips and tricks for making the most out of Affinity Designer using the Wacom One tablet. First, I'll go over why I prefer a drawing tablet over something like the iPad. Then, I'll walk you through my workflow using two features special to Affinity Designer that have become crucial to my graphic design. The first is the persona system, which lets you switch between vector and raster elements in the same document. The second is the symbols tool, which allows you to create reusable elements that sync in real time for efficient style updating. Let's get to it. When I'm on the go and I still have to do my design projects, my Wacom One connected to my laptop is the ideal setup. I have the tablet size M for medium, so it is really portable while still feeling like a substantial surface to draw on. It fits in my laptop sleeve with my 13-inch MacBook Pro. The Bluetooth connection is super easy, but I prefer using the USB-C cable for an instant connection. So why a drawing tablet instead of an iPad for designers? There are a lot of good reasons already said by others, but for my particular use case, I am 70% of the time designing for printing some kind of poster, publication, or product. This usually means a design combining 2D illustration with text. I also already remember all of my keyboard shortcuts on my Mac, so it's a lot faster and easier for me than touching through a bunch of menus at this point. Affinity Designer is unique because it's the only program where I can switch between vector elements and raster art on the same document. This streamlined workflow is possible with Affinity's persona system. Let's get into it. Tip 1. Switching between personas for design workflow. So you can see here there are 3 personas. The designer persona is where you'll spend most of your time if you're focused on vector design, similar to how you would work in Adobe Illustrator. The tasks best used for this persona are creating anything with vector graphics, vector-based text, this is crucial for printing sharp and clear text, and using symbols and reusable elements. The pixel persona allows you to work with raster images directly within Affinity Designer, something that Illustrator typically uses Photoshop for. The tasks best used for pixel persona are pixel brushes, which are ideal for adding fine details or textures or retouching, working with raster images, or using non-destructive raster effects such as blur, noise, grain, masking, etc. The export persona, which we won't have time to get into in this video, helps you export in whatever files you need to do. Now, the real power of Affinity Designer lies in the seamless integration between these two personas, allowing you to switch back and forth as needed. I first start in Designer persona. Here, I am using a personal photo I took of a meal I had in Berlin. I used the vector brush tool to outline the photo using the Wacom One tablet, which makes it super easy to create vector graphics from my sketches or photos. Then, I switched to the pixel persona to use a brush that mimics a risograph print. A useful shortcut to note is that the keyboard brackets will change the size of the brush width in both personas. I can also use the masking tool to erase vector curves in the pixel persona without actually deleting them. This is one of the ways Affinity Designer facilitates non-destructive editing, which is crucial if you ever change your mind. Now, I switch back to Designer persona to add type for the name of the restaurant. This file is essentially print ready and can go to export persona. In short, you can use the Designer persona to use vector tools and text, then switch to pixel persona to add texture and fine detail. Switch off between the two before going to export persona. This approach allows you to combine the precision of vector graphics with the richness of raster effects, all within a single document. The ability to switch personas without exporting to another program streamlines my workflow, saving time and effort while maintaining creative control. Tip 2. Creating symbols for recurring elements. Symbols can be used for any kind of recurring element that is used in a lot of different materials. The most common is probably a logo and a word mark. Here, I drew a super simple logo for the restaurant and added the word mark below. Now you can access the symbols panel through the top menu windows, then select each item and click Create. Now you can drag them out of the symbols panel to duplicate that element. You can fill, color, transform the text, rotate it, etc., and every instance of the symbol will sync with your changes across artboards. So, whether you're an experienced artist exploring alternatives to Adobe software or a beginner learning the ropes, I hope that these tips will help you use the Affinity Designer software more efficiently so you can be more creative. I can highly recommend the Wacom Wand tablet if you're an artist with an illustration background looking to take your artwork to the next level with modern graphic design tools. My Affinity Designer and Wacom Wand tablet setup is less expensive, more streamlined, and will make a lot of people satisfied for 80% of their use cases without overwhelming you with expert features. Once again, my name is Vivian, and I hope you learned something new from this video. Until next time.